Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel for a smaller podcast episode here with the VSG creators, developer, really the guys behind the scenes, the ones that are pushing the idea forward, and really the people that we want to hear from, we want to get to know. So without further ado, let me introduce the two guys themselves. So we've got Whitaker and then we've got Jason. Jason is the developer behind a lot of the stuff that's going on, and Whitaker is the brainchild. So guys, welcome to the channel. It's your first time here. A lot of people are going to be new to this. They're not going to have trodden into Ethereum before. How did we get here? How's the journey been? And just give us a little rundown.
It's a bit of a crazy story at the beginning of VSG, to be fair. Both me and Jason bought a meme token called VB, which is obviously based upon Vitalik. We was just degenning at the time, as you do. Me and Jason kind of got in there, and the developer, I think he left after about 40 minutes or something like that. So we tried to kind of like community takeover and just survive it for everyone's sake. And it was just a bit of a nightmare trying to do so with a renounced contract, no taxes, very, very difficult. We're putting his own money into it to push it. And we're just no good. So me and Jason got his heads together. I've had an idea manifested in the back of my head for quite a long time. To have his own L2 blockchain with a few unique aspects. I just didn't have, the partner to do it. And I met Jason, and Jason's he's a full stack dev. The man's an animal. He can do anything. He's fully wide open to making anything on request, and he does a fantastic job. So we partnered up in this little adventure that we call VSG, and started moving forward. Sent the token into a pre-sale. We brought some of the old VB holders in with us as well, the ones who were still left and wanted to move forward. Got it into pre-sale and went from there, really. I mean, obviously there's a lot more to it, but that's a bit of an intro from there.
I think that's pretty good. It's, for me, it's clearly you guys have found each other, and you're obviously bouncing off one another, which is really good. That's what you want, the ability to be able to go, right, this is the idea, this is what I would like, and then Jason being able to just take that and whip it up. I mean, that's amazing stuff. If anything, you become unstoppable at that point.
Yeah, and I just speaking a little bit to like my background. I have a background mostly in marketing and digital marketing. I've worked quite a lot in the entertainment sector through film, television, music. I got into blockchain as a hobby and as an investor, but also because I am a developer, and I can program things on many different languages. It allowed me to like kind of like get more involved in crypto. And I've had ideas around building ecosystems, and been dabbling in building different dApps and things like that before meeting with Whitaker. And like it's like he said, like it's just like the timing couldn't have been more perfect for us to find each other, and we found each other in the most obscure manner, I think, that I could ever imagine. So for us to be kind of like both thinking similarly and be in the same place and have the same opportunity, and for us to get the people at the beginning there to like kind of get behind us to get it off the ground, it was exciting then, and now I'm even more excited because we're actually putting together and doing all the things that we've been talking about. So there's some physicality to things, and I'm starting to see the even greater potential that that this little idea that kind of Whitaker and myself had, that what that's growing into and what that's gonna ultimately become.
This all started, didn't it, back in November, wasn't it, last year, right?
Yeah. So there's the VB token, like you mentioned. the liquidity got sent to Vitalik's wallet, and they sent some supply, and I thought that was like really bullish. But then all of a sudden, like everybody left. There was this meta going on the time about community takeovers. There wasn't really anybody in there, and I started a Telegram and set up the social links and updated all the DEX tools and all that kind of stuff. And then community kind of cycled in and out, and at the end, it was me and Whitaker,
just sat there together going, what are we going to do?
There was literally no one else in there. And we're like, hey, well, we're invested in this. Like, what can we do to like save our investment? So it's like, it's kind of crazy how it all starts. And then now we're in full development of our own layer 2 blockchain, with multiple dApps and wallets, and our VSG gas token, which is getting a lot of attention lately. We're trending right now on CoinMarketCap. They just tweeted us out today. So like, it's a long way from the beginning.
Massive, huge difference from where it was and to where we are now. I mean, like I said, I think at one point the VB token went down to 20k. Do you know what I mean? So in essence, what we've done is we've revived a 20k project up to, I think we've just, what was an all-time high, Jason? I think it was at 27 million or something like that.
I think it was
just
28.
recently.
I think
28,
28
million. Yeah, from 20k. Crazy.
It's been, for me, it's been an insane ride so far. But once again, right, it hasn't even got started. I mean, you guys haven't walked into this half-cocked or without like a serious plan. Like, you know where you're going, you know what you want to build, you know how you're going to build it, and you're gaining so much traction just being trending at times like this when BTC is bleeding the market out more and less. It speaks mountains, absolute mountains. And then once again, right, you both come from a very bad situation, right? It wasn't a good situation if it had gone down that low, but you've revitalized it, and that makes you so much stronger.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, like for me personally, like my attitude, Jason knows this pretty well. I don't like the word no. I don't like to be told no. I don't like to be told it can't be done. It's a case of it can be done. There just needs to be a solution found, and that's it. And all you need to do is just get to work. Just get to work, put your head into it, and push forward. And that's what's got us off the floor. That's what's got us off the floor, and that's what's getting us traction. And the hard work that both me and Jason put in, the hours that we've put in, is absolutely insane. We've dedicated our lives to it, to be fair. You know what I mean? It's just like, I think the time that like Jason, because obviously Jason's in Canada and I'm in the UK, so we're running on 2 different times. But when I'm getting up at like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, Jason's still awake. He's still, and I keep on saying to him, mate, just go to bed. He's like, oh, I've got to do this, got to do that. And it's just, I never put my phone down. I'm constantly at it all the time. But right now, that's what it needs. It needs true leadership. It needs dedication, and it needs absolute true grit to push it up, because it's something we've set out to get from 20k to 28 million. I believe is harder than getting from 28 million to 500 million. I really do, because it's you've got so much more traction where we are right now than we had back, at the bottom when there was no one in the Telegram. I was speaking to my alt account just to get the TG moving. You know what I mean? So switching between alt accounts just to talk to myself, just to make it look like there's a bit of activity going off. And it's stuff like that that resonates in my brain to where we are now. I can't keep up with the Telegram. It's like, it's buzzing. There's people in there constantly, no matter what hour a day, buy bots flying off. And it's a good place to be. And it's something to be proud of, to sit there and go, we've come forward. We've built what we've built up to now. But I'm just so excited for everything else to come, because like you say, you hear developers say it all the time. Oh, we've just started. But literally we have. There's nothing. We're just building the gas token right now. Do you know what I mean? While the L2 development's there and everything else, we're doing all the dApps and everything else. We're just building the community. When that L2 goes live, God help the top 15, because we're coming.
Woo!
Absolutely.
It's going to be big. It's going to be big. I don't think anybody can fathom what's going to happen when that all does kick in. Going back to the, the community, your holders, right? Normally you would look at something like this and you would say 906 holders, they could be ragtag, but your community is really strong. I always lurk in the background. I don't talk much. I'm a real big lover of gifts. I just send a lot of gifts, but there's always someone there on hand. Even if it's not one of you guys, there's a good community member there ready to be patient and explain things to people. And I saw a guy ask, the same question, just rephrased probably like 10 times today. And the patience there to teach these people, it's amazing. So your community is just so strong. So at the heart of this, I feel like you guys have built a community that isn't here to just buy and sell. Like, they're really here for the long haul. You're seeing people get involved with these NFTs and realizing, gosh, this is for life. This is generational. I can pass this down to my children. And, it's insane stuff. It becomes limitless at a point in my head.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Just to touch on the NFTs a little bit. When we were conceptualizing these, it was the business model that, look, the way you've got to see it is, for a cryptocurrency project to survive, it's got to have money, right? It's got to be able to market itself. It's got to be able to push forward, and kind of the NFTs, that's what it's allowed us to do. We put in motion what the rewards are and everything else, and we put it there for people to understand and purchase into it, and that's what's pushed us forward. People, the carbon NFT is like a unit. It's going to become a unicorn. I promise you that. It's once that chain goes live and it starts pumping out the transactions and people start getting the rewards, I truly believe the floor price on those carbon NFTs are going to be 100 ETH, without a shadow of a doubt. Especially when people start posting what they're going to be getting out of them. It's absolutely mental. So it's that kind of business model, because it's set up for profit, to feed the machine, to keep it going. It's for the self-propelled engine, as I keep saying. That's the whole point of the chain and the NFT. It's all been designed around a self-propelled engine. So it will just keep on churning profit, because the cost of the gas fees enough to run the chain, and there's profit after. It just means we can reship it straight back into the monster and grow the monster. That's the same principle of any business outside of crypto, which is obviously my background and experience. The more money you can put back into your business, the bigger and stronger your business is going to become. So kind of all our concepts around VSG, the reward tokens and our NFTs are all based on building profit for the machine to keep running.
I honestly think this is an edge that you guys have. I just mentioned this in my video that I just did in VSG, is the fact that you treat this like a business. You're looking at things from a business perspective, and you're looking at how best, like you're saying, the machine can benefit, because then overall we're all going to benefit. And I think this is definitely your leading edge, alongside obviously having Jason, which seems like a total goat of a developer. I have a developer myself, sounds very similar to Jason, and what he does can't be replaced from my perspective. So yeah, Jason, give us a rundown on these NFTs. You're the technical guy behind it. You must feel quite strongly about these and where they're going. Whitaker himself is so good at explaining and kind of visualizing the unicorn idea behind this, but transactions forever.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different kinds of NFT projects out there. This is very unique in itself. We right now we're currently utilizing the NFTs as a utility for the VSG token. Holding one of these NFTs allows you to stake VSG on our staking dApp, where you can go and stake your VSG tokens without having to stake your NFT, so your NFT stays in your wallet. You just have to be holding one of those in the same wallet as the tokens, and there's a high APR on there. I think it was around 45 or something percent last time I checked. So while we're developing the chain, we've given the community an opportunity to get involved with the NFT utility and be able to accumulate VSG tokens up until the launch of our L2 chain. But then once the L2 chain goes live, these NFTs become something different. They're going to be something that's going to be getting people a form of reward and residual income, as we have allotted portions of fees that are generated on the L2 to go towards the 3 different tiered NFTs, and all of those rewards will be distributed amongst the holders. So in regards, we have a collection. It's called Carbon NFTs. It's one of our most popular collections right now. It's limited to 150. The mint price for that is 1.2 Ethereum. But again, that allows you right now currently to stake up to 100 million VSG tokens on our staking DApp at around a 45% APR. And when the chain's live, we have similar to the VSG token, we've allotted $1 to that particular pool. So if we have 300,000 transactions on chain in a day, 500,000 transactions on chain in a day, $1 from every single transaction, because a lot of people are aware and some don't realize we have our very unique features that we have a $4 flat rate gas fee on our L2. So we're taking $1 of that and putting that in a pool specifically for those Carbon NFT holders, which is limited to 150, and those funds are distributed amongst those holders. That can really add up fast. When we look at other L2s and the types of transactions they're doing, the amount of dApps that they have on chain, the amount of contracts that are deployed on chain, our development that's already taken place and is ready to go as soon as we go live. We're going to be up in the 7, 8, 6, 5 spot. Just with on-chain dApp development and things. So we're expecting to be able to generate 300,000 to 500,000 transactions, and that's a lot of money. But you got to think, even if we were the most deadest chain out there, some people don't like when I say it, but like Aptos or like something that there's really like not too much going on, they're still generating tens of thousands of transactions a day, and those funds would go into that pool and be distributed, and that's still a substantial amount. So we have, like I said, 3 different tiers. The Carbon is our most requested, and then we have the Green, which is a 0.4. It's limited to 350 items, and the Gold NFT, which is 0.1. We have 1,000 gold NFTs. With those, there's different amounts allotted to those. The best place to find out more information on our NFTs is on our website, vsgofficial.com, or join us in our Telegram channel at VSG Portal. And we have our deck and many things available in there. And like you said, the community is extremely helpful, and people are there to help and answer questions and guide you in any sense of that. But we also do have, fun NFTs. So we have one of our reward tokens on Solana, VR Soul, which is actually also doing really well right now. I think it was up over 100% yesterday. We have a free mint PFP on there, where people can go and mint an NFT for free, because we want to appeal for everybody, and our major objective is to onboard people into crypto, get people interested in crypto, reach as many people on various chains as possible. So we are loving the NFT space, and our Ethereum NFTs have been doing very well and are a big part of our ecosystem. The funds generated from those are also being used to market and do further development and things for our chain, which has been working out extremely successful for us. You know, we have a bit of a surplus that we're able to do extra things with, and the community benefits from that greatly, I think.
The way you guys this is genius. Whitaker was hitting on this really well today in the Telegram. I really enjoy listening to you a lot of the time, Whitaker. I learn a lot. The idea of, you know, ETH, this is the first time I've gotten involved in ETH, so it really like rung for me when you were saying about it. The idea that ETH knows ETH and ETH kind of stays with ETH. We're in a attention market. The reward token on Sol's doing great. It's getting attention, and that's the same for like the other reward tokens. It's giving you guys way more coverage, way more reach. You're getting seen by so many more different places, and it opens up more avenues.
Yeah, I mean, it was so the reward tokens, because obviously it's all centered around this $4 gas fee. It gives us the opportunity to do that because we've got surplus amounts from the gas fee that we can use to reward people, right? So that's the best way to get people to look at you, is to create rewards for them. But we also understand, as building the business and everything else as we went forward, that it was going to take time. And one big conundrum around all this is, how do you get some loyal holders to hold for 8, 10, 15 weeks while you build an L2? How do you do that? You know, because 99% of people in the space, they have got no patience. So I understand concepts of people and different people from different walks of life and everything else, but the main conception is that they're just really not patient. But how do you get someone to be patient who's not patient? You keep them busy. That's how you do it. Yeah. So we had to come up with a plan in this time from when we launched to where we are now, to keep our community active and keep them busy. So it opened up an opportunity for us to do something that I don't think anyone else has done. And it fed us from a few different lines. You know, the option of launching reward tokens on different networks does exactly what you've just said. It gives us more coverage. You know, it gives us more search. It gives us more eyes from different walks of life to look at one central project, which is obviously VSG, because obviously VSG is the heart of VSC. So that was the main idea, but it was also to keep the community active. But something that come out of it, what we didn't really think about to start with, was the education. The education that come out of launching those reward tokens, not just for the community, for us, was crazy. It was awesome. I've been an ETH maxi since I come into crypto. I've always traded on ETH, and this is why I know that ETH maxis stay on ETH. And this is kind of like understanding why we need to broaden the spectrum, because if we don't, then, you know, we'd have been just stuck with ETH guys, and there's not a lot of volume there. They just stay on ETH. So we started this concept of launching reward tokens, and the main bias towards it all was, if you hold the reward token, you'll get rewarded from every transaction on chain. It's only a small reward. It's only 2 cents from every transaction on chain, but that'll get put into a reward pot. You'll be able to connect your wallet for that particular chain to the DApp and collect a reward for however much of that token you earn. So it will actually, when the chain comes live, it'll pump the rest of the tokens in our ecosystem as well, because the chain's going to be buying those tokens and putting them in the reward pot. So it just kind of fit. It fit for everything that we needed at the time, and it was relatively inexpensive for us to do that, to launch all these different tokens, because obviously Jason's a full stack dev, so you know he could launch on pretty much all those different networks, and then we just pushed forward with it. And you know, the community absolutely loved that time. We were doing spaces every week. You know, we've got this launch coming, that launch, because there's one thing that crypto people love, and that's a brand new launch. You know, so the buzz and excitement was all the way through December and January. pushing these launches out. And then, they did what they did. They went up, they come back down, but all of them have all started to do exactly what we thought they would do, and that is slightly come back up. And I think 3 of them out of the 4 are all at all-time highs, something like that. So they're all doing absolutely fantastic. Everyone, the core members in the community bought in at like 10k, because when it dropped down, come down to the bottom, they all went back to like 10, 15, 20k. They all filled all the bags up, and now it's back up. Most of them are back up to like 100k, 150k, that kind of area. So they're all massive in profits, right? They're all happy, and it was a great period of time for VSG and the VRC, the VSC ecosystem. But yeah, it was great.
Jason, in theory, you could just keep like branching that out, right? You find another chain that you've got good links with, technology looks good, similar. You could branch out, right?
Yeah, like I'll expand on it a little bit. Like originally, yes, it's part of a marketing strategy, like an onboarding strategy, but like we have a long-term goal with it, which Whitaker kind of alluded to, is that once these are on the chain, we have buy support coming from the L2 transactions, which is gonna, put the chart up, put the price up, put the buy pressure on there, So it's like we've kind of given our community time to accumulate in that regard, and the chain putting that pressure onto the chart is going to increase the chart's position on those particular chains. Those are all branded and visible as our logo and branding. So we're creating a branding awareness and visibility campaign really long term on all these different platforms. And the biggest part, like he also mentioned, was the educational part, because for us as a developer of our own blockchain and layer 2, like we were able to have the opportunity to like take our community and walk them through these different chains that exist, and get them using the different dApps and dexes that are on these chains, swapping tokens, how to do this, how to do that. And every chain is a different experience. There's things that the community saw that were benefits on each chain. There was things that they didn't like on each chain, and that kind of inadvertently gave us a little bit of a research loop going on, where we were able to kind of like really connect with the community and what their sentiment is on these different applications and things that they're using on a regular basis and on these different chains. And that allows us to kind of like fluidly move our development strategy. And if there's things that like there's a large sentiment and people don't like on certain things, then obviously we don't want them having that same experience on ours once we go live, right? So it's going to continue to go. We do have other chains that we are looking at launching on already. So far we're on Polygon, we're on Binance Smart Chain. We have our Solana token, obviously, which has been doing really well. But we're also on Avalanche, and we have our multi-chain DEX as well that people are going to be able to utilize on VSC, and a cross-chain that's in development that is multi-chain and on all these chains. So if we have our own tokens, obviously listed on each one, it's going to be of a benefit for us in that regard too down the road. So definitely something that's like working for us, and it's serving its purpose for us. And in the meantime, it's also giving us our community members a big opportunity to kind of accumulate and get involved in all these different blockchains out there, and give us some like really good feedback that we can use for development purpose.
Oh, Jason, honestly, you make me very, very bullish with this kind of talk. This is amazing. You guys are honestly, for me, it's not, and it'll probably be the same for a lot of people. We're always looking for that next project we can kind of like call home, right? Everybody's got a project that they stick by, they believe in, and they believe in the idea, the roadmap, the roots, the people behind it, the community. this is something that I'm really starting to latch onto. And I think other people are going to begin to latch onto this. And the DeFi space in itself is a very competitive environment. And you guys, if I look back at what we've already spoken about, you've got two things there, which is it's groundbreaking stuff. It's not being done. The NFTs, not seen it anywhere before. And I've seen all kinds of different ideas with NFT projects. I myself have one of the highest return rate projects on LUNC for NFTs. But you know, the way you guys are doing this stuff, it's new. And I just think, you know, what's next? What's coming next? What is next on the sort of like roadmap? I think it's the DEX, right?
Yeah, we've already actually put the DEX is currently out. It's on a few other chains. People can utilize the router for adding liquidity and that type of thing. But we're not marketing those applications until obviously we put our chain live. But there's several dApps that we've developed in-house. We have a unique strategy in that regard too. And my goal is to become a leading delivery method for crypto projects, to be able to reach mass audience, not just in the crypto space, but outside of crypto, kind of merging Web 2 and Web 3 integrations. My background is in Web 2. I've worked in Web 2 for a long time. I've developed a lot of stuff over there, that I could see being of a great benefit to users in the crypto space. So I've been kind of putting those things together in a mishmash. Like a good example, right now I have a blockchain radio, but we're also broadcasting, obviously, off-chain, and have mobile app development and all these other types of things that go on, and live streaming and all that type of stuff. So it's we're gonna be, I think, one of the main things is we're gonna give businesses and people in the normal space and industry and things opportunity to get involved in blockchain and kind of educate them about tokenization and different options and things that they can do to monetize their existing businesses on chain and reach new audiences and things like that. So there's all that kind of stuff, and then we have all the other typical things. We're gonna have NFT marketplaces. We have some really cool projects that we're going to be onboarding through that. We have obviously the meme coins and altcoins that are going to be launching and utilizing our launch pads and token lockers and our DEX and all that type of stuff. We announced yesterday, actually, on one of our spaces, that there is a meme coin project that's going to be one of the first to launch on VSC, and they're giving away a Lamborghini. So the type of things that we're going to be doing is a little bit, I'll say, off the chain. It's like
That is perfectly said, off the chain.
Literally,
yeah.
Imagine that for a talking point at your next family dinner. It's just casually slipping it in. So yeah, I won a Lambo this week. How did you do that? Oh, just some random meme coin. What?
It's perfect. It's such a great. I mean, that idea just in itself is. Can you imagine? Come on, let's be right. We know the difference between utility coins and meme coins, but we all love a meme coin and we all love to degen and everything else. But if you're given the opportunity to be in the top 1,000 holders of a meme coin and your wallet can be picked for a bright green Lamborghini, you are aping. I don't care what chain it's on, what the meme token is. You're buying that meme token. You just on the off chance. Do you know what I mean?
Degens are gonna degen, bro. It's
Exactly.
literally like I always think about like a basket propped up with a stick, just with the meme coin in there.
Yeah.
Just sat there waiting with a bit of string. We're gonna get him.
Yeah.
We're
This
gonna
is
get
it.
him.
Oh,
This
No,
is
the
it.
meme coins are as much as people hate them, right? And Jason will probably understand this from a developer's perspective. Like they don't do anything, and it's like, why would you buy it? But at the same time, like look at how successful Solana is being with these meme coins.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's nuts. But I see, the
Yeah,
thing is
both, I
people.
was just gonna
Go on,
say
Jeff.
we're both degens too, you know. So you'll see us sometimes pop on other spaces or projects, you
Yeah,
know, because we need a little fun in our lives. We can't spend all our time like building our own things, and we love to support other projects and things, you know. But degenning is inevitable, you know.
that's
This
it
is
is.
The difference is we're gonna literally have VSG meme degens.
Yeah, yeah, it's going to be crazy. And that's what I think. This is what people kind of, as a normal concept, like Solana. The gas fees like so low. Just imagine that volume on VSC. Could just imagine, just bearing in mind that the blockchain itself, which the profit from what it makes out of the gas, right? We don't get. That's not for us. That is to go directly straight back into VSC's PR and marketing machine. And it's $1.53 from every transaction on that chain that goes straight back into marketing and PR. $1.53. So if we get 1 million transactions in a day, that's $1.53 million that'll go straight in to the PR and marketing machine for VSC. Just think about how crazy that is. How nuts.
well, and I've already kind of been planning for that, right? Like I follow a lot of these other chains and these L2s, and I look at the dApp development, what they're building, what people are utilizing, how many transactions it's generating, like, and people think I'm nuts, but like I'm very serious when I tell them like I want 10% of the crypto space. Like I have been buying domains for years and years and years, and one by one I put platforms out on them, and I'm going to be roping everything into this blockchain. And we're going to be coming out on the top of that leaderboard over at dApp Radar when we launch. You know, we're going to be way up there with people that are out there. Whitaker likes to tell people and let people know, like, we're going to be the Polygon killer, you know. we're coming for
Absolutely.
that number. We're coming for that top
I
spot.
need to go and meet the Polygon developers at a conference and literally walk up to him and go, I'm going to have you, mate. Watch this. I literally would do that.
We love Polygon and we want them to coexist, but we want more transactions daily than you guys have.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, absolutely. We've got something else as like just running on the concept of what's different. With me and Jason, we're constantly looking around for things that are different, and thinking about ideas that we can be completely different to someone else. We've been and done a deal with a company called Patriots Coin, which is a fractional gold company in America. It's quite a large one. Their products are in Amazon, Walmart, Etsy, eBay. They've currently made us a 0.4 ounce, or is it half an ounce coin that's got VSG on it, that's going to be now on sale in Amazon, Walmart, Etsy, eBay. Again, so that's outbound marketing. But we're also going to bring that gold to chain. So you'll be able to buy physical gold as mementos, from that company with your crypto on our chain. So which will attract a lot of people from around the space, and it will be a cool concept on our chain for sure. So we'll have like a gold bullion store on there.
Yeah, that was a great idea because Pudgy Penguins, they did a very tactical move and just started a more or less a plushie brand that's sold in stores globally now. And just the fact that from a plushie is what has driven a lot of their marketing. Like not people buying the NFTs, not people knowing what a Pudgy Penguin is, but just simply buying those plushies or buying the Funkos. So I think this is a good route to go when you're sort of doing that outbound marketing. That's going to go the extra mile. It's going to give more face value to the product itself. So for those listening and kind of wondering, so when the chain goes live, right, Jason, it's a $4 flat gas fee forever. And then $1, $1.03, right, Whitaker? That then goes back to buying VSG into the marketing and.
No, so the way it's set out is it's $4 flat gas fee. $1.35 is due to the NFT holders. $1 is centered for burning and buying VSG. The rest is for the reward tokens and the profit for the chain.
Boom, amazing. I just wanted to make sure I got that right for the people.
Yeah, I mean, just to center on just to come back onto that. I mean, the NFT rewards, great, absolutely fantastic. It's going to keep people around. It's going to keep the core. I mean, a lot of the core holders have got these NFTs, which is great, and you know they're fully invested in the project. Which, let's be right, they hold the floor. You know, and we've spent a lot of time with these guys, and I tend to like to try and mold people's mindsets and get them to understand that we're not here for a 2-minute flush. We're here for long term kind of thing. And yeah, you know, people take profits and everything else, but generally, as you can probably already see from the chart, you know, for that little holders that we were to where we are now, the chart's holding up really well. I mean, I know there's some people holding huge bags in VSG and they've not sold one token because they know where we're going. Do you know what I mean? So it's a case of it's the faith behind what we're doing and where we're going, and what's to come. And I suppose it's the best bit, but the worst bit for me and Jason, we've got so much to share. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. And to be in that position, it's a great position because we don't have to be scratching our heads thinking what we're going to do next. We've literally got far too much. But it's annoying because we can't just announce it yet because of this and because of that. And it needs to be done at the right time. Because like I say, crypto is a strategy. It's like a game of chess. It's not just chuck everything as much as you can at the wall and see what sticks.
That's really good concept to go by, Whitaker. I actually play chess on my own.
Yeah.
I study strategy and stuff like that. The way you guys are doing this is something that I wanted to make sure I made a very good point of. You're not rushing, and you're not rushing because people are like, oh, when's this coming, or when's that coming, or when's this happening. You guys are rolling it out as and when you feel it's the right time. You've developed it enough and it's tickety boo, cross the T's, dot the I's kind of situation, right?
Absolutely indeed. So it's the only way to do it, to be successful. I'm sure every other crypto that's in the top 15 have done the same thing. You know what I mean? They've done it in a methodical way. They've had a plan, they've stuck to it, and they've hit the markers. You know, it was daunting at the beginning, but when we sat down and spoke about it and we pieced it, we took it in portions and we completed that portion. That was done, finished, put that to bed. Next portion, get that built. We know what the overall plan is, but if you don't put 100% attention on that portion that you're on at that specific present time, then things start to fall apart. But VSG has literally been built portion by portion by portion. Everything's been completed on our way up, and it will continue to be like that. So when we get to the top, the structure's not going to fall down,
Absolutely ironclad from my perspective. You guys are doing it right. You're doing it by the book and you're doing it responsibly. And that's what we all want to see. It's amazing. I'm so excited for the future. Honestly, I can't imagine how you guys must feel behind the scenes just trying to contain the excitement. Sometimes, like my own projects, I get way too excited and I want to spill so much information, but then we have to be responsible. And I think, you guys are doing it bang on. The community, everything. It's amazing to see. The future of just what is possible when you guys build out a layer 2 system which is highly scalable, highly interactable. You can get to a lot of different places and you can do a lot of different stuff. It's just going to be insane. This is a ship that isn't even begun to sail. something everybody needs to understand is there's always going to be ups and downs on the charts. There's always going to be buyers that just come to make quick gains and get in and out. But those people are ultimately, in the end, just driving up the price. They're driving up the value of other people's coins. So I don't think people should ever freak out about that. Not that VSG is ever been in a situation recently where it looks like it wants to move down or it wants to do a big consolidation. It just looks strong. So you guys have been talking about supply shock quite a lot recently. Can you like elaborate a little bit on that for people? I know so many people keep asking about it.
See, Jason's mic's not saying anything.
Oh, I let that's you know, that's Whitaker's favorite thing.
Yeah, so
Supply
I
shock.
mean, we've all heard of what a supply shock is, obviously where the price has to move massively because the supply runs out. It's as simple as that, you know, it's one of them things. So we've got very, very little left in Uniswap. We kind of set as tokenomics up and everything else for this to possibly be of an eventuality at some point. It's going to take some time to hit it, but we will get there with it. And, you know, the thing is, it's a marketing thing to me because it's such a rare event around the crypto space. When it does happen, everyone in crypto will know who VSG is. So this was like it's always been a marketing plan of mine that I need this to happen so it can be heard. God, did you hear about VSG? It had a supply shock, went from this price to that price. We're absolutely crazy. You know, people talk about these things, and that's, you know, with marketing and getting people's eyes on things, you need to shock them. And what better way to shock them with a supply shock? And plus,
Yeah, and
the
we're
community
really
love it. They love it.
we're super close to having that happen too. We're at times under 1% of supply that's left in that router. So, you know, all it takes is one good push like we saw over the last couple of days to get us there. So some people might be screaming to the moon soon.
You guys are catching the eyes of a lot of the big players on YouTube, and this in itself is amazing because, once again, more people talking about it, reaching more people, and more people hopefully going to be talking about this supply shock, the possibility of this happening. And yeah, I've been watching it. It keeps going like just below 1%, then just above 1%, then just below, then just. But eventually, it's just going to be a huge explosion, like dropping Mentos into a bottle of Coca-Cola, so to speak. Trying to put the lid back on, it's just exploding everywhere. Ah!
Oh, that's literally gonna happen. It's gonna be like,
I've been literally like trying to just center, like every time I try and speak on a VC and stuff like that, I'm trying to condition people's minds to be able to cope with this shit. Because the problem you've got is someone's wallet can go from 100K, which I know there's a lot of them right now that are sat with 150K in their wallets, right? That could jump from 150K to 1.6 million, like within seconds. So, you know, trying to condition people's minds to not just press that big red button. You know what I mean? It takes a bit of time. So I'm glad it's not just happened just yet. I want to just get in the heads a little bit more to hold and everything else. Because like I say, we want to be here for a long period. And, people come, people go. But, you know, I think if you work with your community and, you know, you put more time into them, they'll always stay about. Like you say, people latch on to, a Pacific project and they feel like it's home. You know, we as developers, the more people come in and the more people that I get to know, the happier I am. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel proud of what we've already built. And, you know, when it gets to thousands and thousands of people in there that, you know, are happy in their investments, they're having a good time and everything else, that's the proudest moment for me, you know, that people are enjoying the space that you've created. So, you know, it's like I keep on saying to other people, and I think this is the same for in fact, I know it's the same for me and Jason. It's not about just money. It's about legacy, and it's about building something that is going to be there for a long time. You know what I mean? Even until we're gone. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's just putting your mark on the world, and that's more important to me than a couple of $1 million. You know what I mean, or whatever. It's not, you know, money comes, money goes. It's more about what you've done. What mark can you leave on the world?
Yeah, I got those vibes. I wouldn't say early on, but once I got to know the project, I realized what you guys were about. You're not here for that quick kind of fix. You're not looking for that. You're just looking to build out this business model. Guys, we're coming into the end of this. You know, is there any sort of information we can give to people that are maybe thinking to themselves, maybe I will launch a project on that VSG chain, or maybe I will take interest in that? Is there somewhere that they can go to like contact you guys? We're going to be leaving links in the description to all of this, but you know, any advice for anybody thinking about launching an NFT project, a meme coin, a DApp, anything that could be built on the chain, you know, any advice?
Yeah, I'll just say, like right now, the best place to get in touch with us is in our Telegram channel. We're there pretty much 24/7. T.me/VSG portal. That'll get you in there. Just look for any of the mods or admins, and you can tag us. We're in VCs all the time. You know, just come in there and let us know. Like, get in touch with us through there. You can also get in touch with us on our official Twitter account. All those links, again, you'll post them, and they're also available on our website, vsgofficial.com. Yeah, just reach out. We also, like, you know, like you said, like we're not in it for the money. We're here for the tech. We're here for the culture. Like, I will personally help you get your project off the ground if you know, if I see like it's something that you truly believe in, and something that's going to be a benefit to our community and to people in the crypto space in general. Like, that's what it's all about. You know, we're all here to help support each other and bring each other up, and we're one of our main purposes is trying to like make crypto a safer, more friendly environment where, you know, people aren't getting wrecked and losing their investments and getting rugged and all this kind of stuff that goes on a regular basis. So the more people that we can like kind of teach the proper way or guide them in a proper direction of how to do things, you know, where it's going to benefit the entire space and not bring any form of toxicity and things, like, I am more than happy to have conversations or help you out personally.
That's amazing. So, guys, you know, that is a huge offer from my perspective to be able to have maybe gone onto the LUNC chain and gone there with an idea, an NFT project, and the lead developer is willing to help you build it. I mean, what more could you ask for? What a great environment. What a great group of people. Guys, links to absolutely everything in the description. Keep up to date with our content. You know, join the Telegram groups if you're interested. Ask questions, do your own research, find out about all of the different cool, nifty things that are being created, and we'll keep you up to date. We'll come back with another podcast for the guys. Whitaker, any sort of last comments here just as we're signing off?
Let's fucking go!
Jason?
Yeah, I just want to say, like, you know, I appreciate all the content that you put out and the information that you give. You know, I'm a member of your community, so I got a lot of respect for you and what you do in the space, and hopefully some of your community members come out and want to learn a little bit about what we got going on. And I appreciate you guys having me up.
Top 15 soon, guys. Let's fucking go. Guys, stay safe, stay humble, stay aware, and as always, we'll catch you in the next one.